Good afternoon, Belize. I am Isana Cayetano, and it's time for your midday check-in with News 5. Here are the top stories to keep you in the loop. Commissioner of Police Chester Williams confirms that 2 Belizeans who were wanted by police were killed in Mexico. A judicial review of the Elections and Boundaries Commission's decision for both sides of the UDP to use red on Election Day is under judicial review. Councilor Evan Thompson involved in physical altercation outside of nightclub. And Child Stimulation Month kicks off with a march in the Old Capitol. These stories and more are coming up in just 1 minute.
Veracidad, imparcialidad.
Hemos estado haciendo el trabajo como organización.
Y tus noticias en español.
Están en aguas beliceñas, entonces esta bandera se queda aquí.
Sintoniza Canal 5 cada viernes a las 7 de la noche.
Tenemos que resolver los grandes problemas de este país.
Su voz importa, su acción cuenta.
Transfusión sanguínea, elementos que indican un deterioro evidente del estado de salud.
Somos Noticiero 5 semanal.
Perdió la vida en un heroico intento de proteger a su hermano. El Tribunal de Magistrados de la ciudad de Belice se paralizó. La policía está investigando 2 asesinatos separados.
Tu fuente de información.
Welcome back. 2 men from Corozal District, Michael Whitaker and Aaron Tun, were among 5 people shot to death in Mexico over the weekend. Both were wanted by police for alleged crimes in Belize. On Saturday, the bodies of 5 men were found near a building in Chetumal, and the murders are believed to be linked to cartel violence. Interestingly, the deaths of Whitaker and Tun occurred just days after Raheem Usher's body was discovered near the Rio Hondo River in Orinjoa District. It's still unclear whether there's any connection between these incidents. Commissioner of Police Chester Williams shares what Belizean authorities have learned about the incident in Mexico.
We have been notified by our Mexican counterpart that yes, on Saturday morning, I think, yes, the Mexican police in Chetumal came across 5 bodies, and among those bodies were 2 Belizeans from the Corozal district. Again, we continue to collaborate with our Mexican counterparts to see what information can be obtained, but certainly we do believe that, again, based on information that the incident involving those individuals is drug related and may have been carried out by the cartels in the Chetumal area.
These men were previously wanted?
Yes, again, just to solidify the fact that our northern operations is really holding because of the constant pressure coming through the northern operations. Those individuals who are Belizeans had fled Belize and went to live in Chetumal with a view to avoid the operations. And again, it goes back to what I said before: you sleep with dog, you catch a flea. They went to Chetumal, they are engaged with the cartels.
The High Court is now reviewing the Elections and Boundary Commission's decision to let both factions of the United Democratic Party use red on Election Day. Barrow's argument is that there are individuals claiming to be members of the UDP who are not authorized by the party's executive to be candidates or represent the party in any way. He believes that they are trying to take advantage of the goodwill and reputation of the organization that he leads. The executive members and authorized candidates of the UDP have expressed serious concerns and frustrations about the potential for splitting the vote if unauthorized individuals, including those from the Alliance for Democracy, use the traditional UDP red colors associated with the party. Over the weekend, Belize City Councilor Evan Thompson was involved in a physical altercation outside of a nightclub. Amateur video captured Thompson and another man fighting in the middle of the street. Bystanders and police officer eventually separated them, and they went their own ways. The incident has sparked criticism of Councilor Thompson. This morning, we spoke with Belize City Mayor Bernard Wagner to get his take on the situation. Here's what he had to say.
It's about ensuring that due process is maintained. We have to hear the side of the councillor, but by all accounts from what I've heard so far is that it was provoked. He was provoked, and Listen, man, when you have to defend yourself at all times, and I would consider that maybe politics and clubbing mix just like oil and water. And so on that side, maybe he have had a poor judgment in going into these clubs. I've always maintained to our councillors, stay away from clubs. It does not mix. Only problems could happen there. And you see in that situation, clearly he was provoked, and I'm behind him. I support him. I draw a line when they are in the wrong, but when I believe they are in the right, then I support them fully.
This morning, the Ministry of Education hosted its annual Child Stimulation Month parade across the country. In Belize City, children proudly marched through the streets dressed as their future selves, aspiring doctors, police officers, lawyers, and many other professions. In Belize, the entire month of March is dedicated to celebrating and promoting early childhood learning and education.
We enter Child Stimulation Month, and what better way to start the month of March when there is better weather, the sun is out, we have young preschoolers with us, and really putting in some time with them to show them that we as a government, we as a city support them fully. We have over close to 30 preschools here this morning, over 3,000 plus between the teachers and the students, 3,000 plus participants. So this is their sort of celebration of them as preschoolers, and really showing to the world and showing to the country that we are investing heavily in our children, and being able to take this walk with them is so important for us.
That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit channel5belize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.